Straight drop. Straight drop.
Hey, what up, though? This is my song. This is my little song, my little intro. This your girl Genesis. What's up? To shout out to Straight Drop for the music. I'm loving it. Hey. I'm gonna show y'all real quick. Alright, go ahead and check them out. Comment, like, subscribe. Straight Drop Elite. Alright. And I forgot I can't play the song. But okay. It's your girl Genesis. Some of y'all may or may not know me right now. I'm at work and I'm usually jumping on my phone or just checking on stuff. So, you know, there's a lot of different leads with this Kanika Jenkins situation. So there's my little logo, y'all. But there's a lot of leads with this Kanika Jenkins story, and there's a lot of people going different directions. I love y'all YouTubers because I promise you guys, you know, if it hadn't been for certain YouTubers, then we wouldn't have certain aspects of this story. You know, I love my girl 54 Keys. Straight Drop, I'm down with that. I'm Miss Crenshaw. I don't know what happened to Kate 420. I started out with Kate 420 and things kind of went a little left. And so anyway, yeah, I'm down for, like, you know, the real straight up information. So I thank y'all. So every time I come on YouTube, you know, I kind of check out my notifications, see if it's something I missed. I stopped following certain people, and I wanted to show y'all that I stopped following certain people. And look what happened to all my stored videos that I had for Kanika Jenkins. So some of them went private because I guess I'm thinking that they realized that, you know, they go to my page and see what I'm doing and see what I've said, and pretty much probably block me, you know, realizing that I'm down with other teams. So some of them, if you notice now, there's way more videos. Like I showed you guys this other video before, and there's way more videos that are now private that I can't see anymore, because I've probably unsubscribed and I no longer want to follow them. But what's interesting is that all these private videos, check them out. What's interesting that some of them are deleted too. They've taken them down, but a lot of them are private because I'm thinking that it's because I don't want to follow that person anymore or follow that team anymore. I was just subscribing to the individuals so that I can be on the alert and get the notifications, but goodness gracious, this kind of got out of hand, and so I have simply unsubscribed, just simply as that. Made me a little click and unsubscribed, and now I'm not following that person anymore or those people anymore, and all these videos are gone. Right? All right, so going back to what I was looking at, you know how some folks are following the theory that it was a gang, that she was in a gang and that the gang came and retaliated. And some people are following the theory that her mother had something to do with it, which, hey, we just literally had a mom drive her kids into the pond, so I don't think that's too far-fetched, because I've been wanting to say this for a while online, but let me turn the camera around so maybe y'all can see me. I know that, I gotta check the mirror to make sure y'all can see me. I know that my mother, okay, so it's gotta be like this. I know that my mother would be still freaking out having a whole entire conniption every day that they couldn't find me. Every minute that they couldn't find me. And if those who may or may not know me and know my story, I was kidnapped. And I was held captive and in a freezing cold environment as well. So there's some things that don't jive with me. Like, for instance, it's just snowed here in Atlanta. So I know for a fact, like, when you're cold, your nose is running, your eyes are running. And I just was really curious to find that she didn't have any eyes. Her eyes weren't running. Her nose wasn't running. You know, also, I'm from a place where it's cold. So that freezer type of thing, you're gonna have your body's gonna react differently. Yeah, I started to probably. So yeah, Team Straight Drop, Team Stutter. Yeah. Okay, so just it was some peculiar things. I actually made me some like notes, and I'm just really curious. Like if anybody has any questions out there, I don't care if people see me because I'm beautiful. So, but back to the it's my YouTube. But so yeah, I had some questions on like why we didn't see like certain people coming in and out of the hotel, which is crazy to me. Like all the folks that was in the party, like certain folks I've noticed I didn't see them coming in and out of the front door. So that just tripped me out. Yeah, that hallway that had the bin and the chairs, like where was everybody sitting on in that room when folks were sitting down? I'm down with that video of the two images blurred together because somebody was sitting somewhere. But to go back to what I was saying earlier, oh yeah, Meek and Jimmy, I love them. Um, Meek and Jimmy, I love them. She was on some of the same wavelength as well. Like some stuff didn't make sense. But one of the things that was really curious to me was this: when I love Sons of Anarchy, right? And if you don't know, I love Sons of Anarchy, and I watched the whole entire season and the whole entire year. And one of the things that came to light in this was that the gangs actually do things within themselves as a unit. So I tried to post this video a while back and it didn't upload, so I'm gonna do it again. This is part of me doing it again. And one of the things I pulled up was this episode I remember from Sons of Anarchy, where where Jax, that's who's on the camera right now, had to decide based on the issue that they were having with another gang. Instead of allowing that gang to retaliate on them, they pretty much basically put a hit and was like, one of y'all you have to decide which one of y'all have to go. So basically, you're telling a leader of a gang to allow one of his members to be sacrificed and be killed, right? For the fact that to put a halt on this beef, and this beef is so deep that they're gonna come kill us. Either they're gonna take all of us out, or they'll accept our sacrifice. So this was the episode where I saw where Jax, they were all in jail, and in order for them to get out, I forgot what it was, but that's Opie right there. But in order for them to get out or be released or not have any charges or all these charges, I forgot the details of it, but in order for them to be able to be justified, Jax had to declare one of his men to be sacrificed. So check this out real quick because I know I can't play a lot of it. I'm not monetized, so I think I can play a little more. Let me rewind it back when they actually have the conversation.
Forever. And inside.
So this is when, here it is. Okay, let me back up.
Pope wants one of us dead.
Pope is they're one of their rivals. And he assumes it's him because he's the one who fucked with Pope to begin with.
Once alive and inside.
Right.
Forever.
So basically now this guy's got to go undercover or inside of a rival, be a traitor. Jack has to decide which one of their gang members has to die, has to be killed, has to be sacrificed.
I don't give a shit who Pope is. Or how deep his reach is. He doesn't make that call. We decide our fate.
Here they come. They're coming to get somebody. Why is my camera so blurry?
Am I choosing or you? My call.
Nope.
Bitch! Wrong, man.
So basically, the gang member Opie just pretty much decided that he was going to be the one. And then, if you've ever watched Sons of Anarchy, you realize that she also, not she, but Opie was killed in that situation. Okay, so the other thing that I wanted to mention was all this footage of the elevator, right? Getting out the elevator. My theory is that someone was walking through the halls. To me, I feel like they were playing Marco Polo with her. I feel like they were calling her. There's been plenty of times where individuals have been drunk. I've worked in plenty of establishments where individuals have been drunk and you just call their name and they come like little puppies. So check this out. This was some elevator footage that was posted by Fact Check. I love the gum. Fact Check Divas. Fact Check TV. And it was just really strange to me, like watching her walk out the elevator and watching this person walk out the elevator that they say is Kanika. And I hope I had it queued. I thought I had it queued up. And to see her come out the elevator was really strange. The way that person was walking up and through the halls. Let's see right here. She's walking through the halls. And it's just really strange to me.
Oh, yeah, she was at the counter. Everything she said checks out.
That where she was walking.
Periscope and
the way she was walking, how she was walking. Let's see. Let's go here and get let's see how much hotel footage I can get really quick of her walking through the halls. This is like 41 minutes of it. So this is from it doesn't say who it's from, but look how big her butt is. Look how big that girl is. And then what's so interesting, why is it so blurry? What's also interesting is that when she got right there in the hall and then she turned around, I noticed how she just tucked her clothes. She like closed her her jacket. When a woman does that, in my opinion, in my experience, it's normally because there's a man present. So we wouldn't necessarily cover our boobs or our behinds or, you know, anything like that unless there's an opposite sex present. Our girls, we won't necessarily close our shirts, and you know, but if it's a guy looking at us, we have a natural inclination to close our bra, you know, close our shirt. And if she had on, well, if this person only had on a little bra and all that, then she would probably close her shirt if she saw a guy. So what's peculiar to me is, since this footage is all out of whack and everything's everywhere, like in different directions, and there's the first is the last, and the last is the first, and the first is in the middle, and the middle is at the end, I don't think that the video footage of the security guard and walking down here was after she got here. I think that footage is all out of whack. I think the timeline is all out of whack and all that. But yeah, check this out. I don't know. This doesn't say who posted it. Oh, it says Daily Motion. So Daily Motion posted it. Shout out to Daily Motion. The hotel footage, they kind of have theirs a little edited. But if you notice, to me, it seemed like Marco Polo. It seemed like this is a reaction to someone calling your name. I promise you, I don't know why it's so blurry. But my phone just freaked out there, maybe. So, and then this kitchen footage part. Like, the way she was walking into the kitchen, I swear to me, it just sounds like someone was calling her name. Someone was calling her name. Someone was saying, hey, Kanika to me, or whatever we think her name is. To me, someone was calling her. Someone was like, come here, you know, like not come here, but calling her, like walking ahead of her or over in the corner calling her name to me. Because and unless the footage we can continue to reveal the fact that she was being carried through the hallway. So you see how everybody has like a different direction. To me, 54 Keys is on another path that I feel like she is on the right path as far as looking at all the videos from different angles. But we're not gonna watch this again because everybody knows this part. It really bothered me that cup was there. Why is my picture so blurry now? Is my thing blurry? Oh, there we go. Oh, I've been wiping off the wrong thing, y'all. I thought I was wiping off the camera, and I really wasn't. I was wiping off the flash. But also, did y'all know that you can walk behind this glass this is like a little cafeteria table. See the little trays? Well, my picture's blurry. My camera's blurry. But you can wipe off, you can wipe it off. You can walk behind this, like this officer did. He walked completely behind this. So some of the stuff, when we saw images here, it was because someone was walking right here or someone was right in this area. But I think it also was because there are some people behind and they blurred out that part too. The fact that, well, look right here, how this is kind of dark, and that's supposed to look like a shadow. So there's a shadow on the glass, but even though they try to blur it out to me. But we'll continue to watch her walk over there. And even right here, like, I've been in situations where guys have pulled me and they be like, yo, come here, girl, come here, baby. And I pull back away from them, and that's how my body has jerked in regards to me pulling away from people pulling away from a guy, that's trying to grab my arm and pull me over somewhere, and I'll be like, no, let me go, and I'll kind of jerk back a little bit. But shout out to Straight Drop. Whoa! Shout out to all of the Straight Drops pages. So, I also had another video, but I think somebody took it down. It was of a Dr. Oz. Let me see if I can find it. Where this police officer, he really just confessed on how to corrupt a situation. And I sent it to Straight Drop. So, so he can look at it. But I don't know what happened. Why is my thing still so blurry? But the Dr. Oz, it was a police. I wrote poo. So we're gonna go back to Dr. Oz, and this was police. Let's see if we can find it. But for that matter, this was the yeah, this ain't it. He literally, this officer, he just explained how to corrupt a situation. And yeah, he just explained, like, this is what I would do, this is how I would hide things, this is what oh, found it. This is what I would say. He just pretty much, I think this is him. And he was like, he was really like I'm bad, or, I'm not gonna.
Michael A. Wood Jr., former Marine podcast. Everybody should check that out too. So now I want to get back into the heart of the matter in a minute, because I think the culture.
Yeah, that wasn't it, but I'll find it and I'll post it up, or I'll put a link in it. Is this it? No. But yeah, he literally was just like, I sent it to Straight Drop. So Straight Drop, if you're out listening, or if you ever see my page, pull it up. I'm tripping because I can pull it up because I emailed it to him. But yeah, that's pretty much was one of the videos that I thought was pretty interesting. That why would why would that be relevant right now? I don't want y'all to see people's emails. Alright, so here we go. Alright, so let's see if we can watch this video, you guys. There he is. Oh, it was on Steve Harvey. My bad. I had it all wrong.
Mom was coming over for me to meet him for the first time. I wanted to go to the store to get some milk and some other little goodies so I wouldn't have to leave. So I end up getting a ride with a family friend. Get over there to the store. I get in there, I get my stuff. I come out the store, and boom.
This is the guy's story about who got locked up, and that's the cop who did all the corruption.
And I'm like, what dope? So he searched me again. It was like, where's the dope? I'm like, what dope? I don't have any dope. And at that time, I stood by the marked car, and he walked towards the truck that I was in. And when he came back this time, he wanted to search me again. And I'm like, at this time, I'm mad. I'm irate. I unbuckled my pants and pulled down my pants and underwear, raised up my shirt, and was like, I don't have any dope. And from that point, I went to jail and never got to see my son and sentenced to 10 years in federal prison.
So this guy just did 10 years on the account of a corrupt officer.
Steve, at that point in my career, I was pretty young, and I noticed that when I would handle narcotics investigations, when I would get a big bust, I would get a lot of attention. And my head started to grow, and I started to do little things that led to bigger things that led to, by the end of my career, full-blown corruption. So on that day, I got a tip that there was going to be drugs delivered to that location. When I got there was one gentleman there, and then Jamel came out. And I wasn't sure what Jamel's part was with it, but I felt like the gap that was there in the story was my job to fill for justice to be served. So we found an ounce of crack.
So he ain't the only cop that thinks that is it. Just basically made up the story. He's gonna fill in the gap. Do you think there was some gap filling going on, y'all? He said the gap.
I wrote the story as so if any reader
had to be filled by him.
Read, they would say, well, yeah, it was his dope.
Okay, so Andrew.
Let me back up real quick. Did y'all hear what he said?
I wrote the story as so if any reader would listen or read, they would say, well, yeah, it was his dope.
Okay, so Andrew, how did this truth catch up? How do we get here?
Right, yeah. So that was 2005. By 2008, these little steps towards corruption I was a full-blown corrupt cop. And I ended up getting caught with crack, heroin, and marijuana in my office, and then the feds got involved. And so I shut down immediately because I didn't want to be prosecuted. But the longer I was away from police work, the more I wasn't just sorry that I got caught, but I was sorry for what I had done to people. Because this wasn't who I was. It was who I allowed myself to become. So just through prayer and what God was doing in my life, I went to the feds and I said, I want to tell you the truth. I want to own up to everything. So we sat down, we started picking through these pieces of bad reports that I had done. Because it wasn't just Jamel. So by the end of that, over 50 to 60
it wasn't just
cases
him.
were overturned.
How many?
And I pled guilty in January of 2009. I was looked at. Over 50 to 60 cases were overturned.
50 to 60, y'all.
I pled guilty
from his
January
corrupt behind.
I was looking at 22 years in prison. I ended up only doing 18 months by the grace of God. And a week after I pled guilty, Jamel was released from prison.
So I just wanted to show y'all that this is super mad real, and I'm gonna make another video that comes back to talk about some of the organ harvesting. However, I think that something went down. The police on doing some crazy crap, and this guy just literally explained to us how he would do small things to create the corruption. So on that note, I'm gonna take it out. I'm gonna go home. I'm a little lit.
No dice, we win. Oh my, she led.
Yeah.
Get it, young, get a picture rider. Hit it, y'all smoking electronic. Slip me auto like I hit the lotto. Hit the lotto. Been real about it.
Been real about it.
Tell her hobbies. That's what I need in my
life,
life.
though.
I got the key to the
Hey.
Hurricane flow, time phone. My bitches bad at my go. They so good, right goes. Still let me ride 'em like dinos. Niggas like how do you find those?
I was just following my nose. I'm gonna follow as time goes. Like diamond shining in the night, though. Hey. Okay. Time to go, y'all.